Okay, so before giving my thoughts on this movie, I want to take the time to acknowledge the fact that I do understand this is one of the most impossible jobs in the world. It is hard as fuck, and I salute every person who does this, because why? I mean, one of my biggest fears in life, as far as like death is concerned, is drowning. And like I said, I could never do this job. This is definitely not something for me. And salute to every person who does it, because again, why? But as far as this movie goes, and when it comes to making an informative and entertaining film, I say informative because you are learning about aspects of this movie and it's based off a true story. So, I mean, essentially, it actually happened, so you're learning about this story. This movie is garbage. Like, I wasn't expecting like much, but what I got was like really, really bad, minus a few moments in the movie. And when I say moments, I mean like maybe 3 or 4. I mean, there are so many good/great examples out there of movies that tell a true story, yet at the same time can still be successful in telling an informative, yet entertaining and watchable story. This, for me, at times becomes very unwatchable, just because the chemistry between our 3 leads is so fucking dry. I find myself bored out of my mind when they're interacting with each other. I mean, guys, in my opinion, Woody Harrelson is completely phoning this entire performance in. It obviously and painfully screams they just needed a big name to be a part of this thing so we can get butts and seats. And I have a lot of other better projects and better places to be, but I'm here just to get paid. He's literally pulling a Marshawn Lynch. I'm here so I don't get fined. And your performance screams it as well. I like Simu Liu. Hopefully I'm saying his name right, but I love Shang-Chi. And I liked him in Barbie, because those are the only 2 things I've seen him in. But this movie here, his performance is literally a version of Shang-Chi that is just pissed off he has not gotten his sequel yet and had to take a job as a deep sea diver. I feel like he's just playing a variant of Shang-Chi that is just really pissed my sequel has not come yet and I need a way to make money, so I have to do shit like this. That's what his performance is, literally just yelling. Finn Cole, who plays Michael in Peaky Blinders, which if you've never seen Peaky Blinders, do yourself a favor, because not only is Finn Cole fantastic in it, the entire series itself is absolutely freaking fantastic. But anyway, Finn Cole, for me, was the only person in this movie who actually gave a damn. He was the only one who was actually trying and didn't feel like he was the only person I truly felt like was not giving a performance that I had other places or better places to be. My other issue with this movie has to either do with the writing of the film or the delivery of the lines. I personally have not thought about which one is more at fault. So personally, I think it's just a mix of both. But like I said, these 3 have such dry chemistry. I truly was not sure if it was the cringy writing, which is it's definitely cringy at times. Definitely some cringy writing going on. But the other thing is, these 3 aren't necessarily trying to be like a trio we can root for, or like, somebody we can at least like emotionally attach ourselves to, or that we even enjoy watching. Everything they're saying is just like going with the motions. Like, they're not necessarily like feeling it. I can't necessarily feel the love between these 3, although Simu Liu and Finn Cole have this sort of rivalry going on, because again, he's just upset for some odd reason, like he's a new kid or whatever, trying to give him the new guy treatment. Doesn't really work like that. Like I said, I think Shang-Chi's just pissed because his sequel still has not come yet. I lie to you not, guys. There's a part to this movie where they are literally just getting ready for their mission and getting ready to go down and deep sea dive and do what they have to do to the pipeline. And the entire time that everyone's getting ready and saying like deep sea diving terms, none of it sounds interesting. None of it, like, nobody's excited. Nobody, like, everybody's like, I guess, super focused. But it's to the point where it's like, I'm bored out of my mind. None of you seem interested in the shit you're doing. The movie is kind of not necessarily written as if we went to work and there was a very tragic accident that day. It's more so written to the point where it's like, this is just one of the, we just had like a really bad day at work, if that makes sense. Like, when you watch movies like Deepwater Horizon and shit hits the fan, you feel it. Like, you feel the intensity. It's there for the entire time that the disaster is going on. Like I said, this movie only has moments of that. There are only moments where you feel the disaster and the shit really hitting the fan, and it's more so when Finn Cole is either like having trouble breathing, or he fell down and they had to go get him and things like, or he fell down to the ocean, and then there's this one shot, which I think is brilliant, of him literally stranded in the middle of the water. That had my anxiety going through the roof, because I would have lost my damn mind if I would have been stranded in the middle of the ocean, at the bottom of the ocean like that, with nothing. I can't see shit. I would have lost it. I would have gave up all hope. When you're not in those moments of the film that are reminding you of how dangerous this job is, you are just completely transported back and taken out of the danger of the film, because there's no... For me, when they're supposed to be showing intensity and care that one of our guys are down and we have to go get him, I don't feel it at all from anybody. Not only these three, but everybody who's working in the control room. Cliff Curtis, who's in this movie and is a phenomenal actor, is more so just doing his like same Cliff Curtis shtick, but it's a lot less charming, and it's as if they don't want to be here. It's like nobody wants to do this movie. That's what it feels like watching these actors say these lines and do this stuff, which like I said, the writing is pretty corny at times. But my God, people, can we at least act like we want to be here? But on top of all that, no, not in addition, on top of, meaning that this was the worst part about the movie. Look, I understand in movies like this, you have to find ways to make the movie watchable, entertaining, and have audiences really find a way to emotionally relate to the characters in some sort of way so that they can root for them. The movie's example of doing this is giving us a portrayal of one of the worst relationships on screen I've ever seen in my life. The most cringiest, unaffecting, unaffectionate, unmoving, all the other uns that you can come up with to describe this crap-ass relationship. I completely wanted to claw my eyes out and just take my ears apart like a Mr. Potato Head toy in watching Finn Cole and his girlfriend interact in this movie. The beginning of the film literally opens with them two saying their goodbyes to each other in, I guess, their very romantic way. And I really said to myself after that scene, I pray I do not have to watch these two interact again, because that was really bad. Then, of course, when Finn Cole is on his missions, he's getting video messages from his girlfriend to tell her how much she misses him and shit, so that he's watching those. Those voice messages made me want to throw up. It was like not in the like, oh, they're so madly in love kind of ill, like get a room guys kind of thing, but throw up to like who's going to be in love with that? Like, not that the girl was ugly, but like, yo, like who talks like that? Who, like, I'm saying the writing was done really bad, but the delivery of the lines didn't do anybody any justice. This girl was sitting up here talking about oh my God, you're missing how cute I am today. What? Bitch, I'm 1,000 feet underwater. Look how cute you are right now. I got other issues going on. Then at the end of the movie, they tried to wrap it all up by again forcing this crap relationship down our throats, which I personally cannot forgive them for, because it was painfully clear in the beginning of this film that these two have ass chemistry. I had to keep watching that. That made the movie worse for me. But again, I think it's just a sum of everybody. The writing in this movie was poor. The line delivery did not help. Nobody wanted to be here but Finn Cole. Everybody felt like, I guess everybody felt like they had other things to do. There was better projects on the table, and they really messed up picking this one. It's just, like I said, to all the people that do this job and to the guys who are a part of this extraordinary story, hats off to you. I am sorry that this is the portrayal of your story. This reminds me of the 517 in Paris, where Clint Eastwood thought it was a good idea to have the real life guys actually portray themselves in the movie, which it was hard to watch that too, because they were just not entertaining to watch at all. That's really what this comes to. It's just not entertaining to watch these guys go through it, because I feel like no one cares. I'm not engaged because you're not engaged. This movie was horrible.